It is me, Nadia Jam, on 6 o'clock World News. Good evening again. Today we will be talking about a very serious world issue, the impacts of contaminated water on developing countries. Now let's start off with a brief chemistry analysis sponsored by Dr. Nexakis. Ideally, drinking water should be clear and colorless, and it should not have an unpleasant taste or odor. More critically, drinking water must not contain disease-causing organisms or unsafe concentrations of compounds that could affect health. The absence of detectable microorganisms, such as E. coli and coliform bacteria, is one example of a standard for drinking water quality. Now that we have a little more knowledge on Canada's drinking water standards, let's get to Jenna Ashley in Indonesia, where the water standards are not to par.
Today I'm here in a small village of Indonesia. This small river is the only source of water for the nearly 10,000 people who live in the village. Not only is it the only source, but it's contaminated. Did you know that nearly 1 billion people in this world do not have safe and clean drinking water? That's 1/6 of our world population. That is, waterborne diseases such as E. coli, diarrhea, dysentery, salmonella, cholera, and hepatitis A kill nearly 2.2 million people yearly. That includes 1.4 million children. That's right, the majority of people killed are children. That would be about 4,000 children every single day. This is because their bodies are not used to being immune to things. They're too small to be able to tackle these diseases, which can then end up killing them. Now it is time for me to be joined by the woman that you saw collecting water, Fatima Taifas. So Fatima, tell us a bit about you and your family.
Me and my family, I've got 3 daughters and 2 boys, but unfortunately I lost my 2 daughters this year due to the fact that we do not have clean, safe water. It is very hard for me, given that they were so young, just that their immune system wasn't good enough. It would mean everything to me and to the community if we had clean water.
So Fatima, how far do you have to walk each morning just to get clean water for your daughters?
It is a very, very long trip. I have to travel 5 miles every morning so we can have water for drinking, for washing, for cooking, for everything. Water is a basic need. And if we did have it, I promise I would not take advantage of it. I would not take it for granted. I would be blessed with it. Allah.
What other impacts would clean water have on your society other than having something to drink and clean yourself with?
Well, access to clean water would also lead to food security. The thing with, if we have clean water and more water, we have less crop loss. If we have crops, then there is less hunger. And that would also prevent a large number of deaths in our country today.
So Fatima, how would you feel if I told you the World Water Project was bringing water to your little village?
That would mean absolutely everything to me. I would cry of happiness, of joy, not only for me, but for everyone. I would love to see the smiles on their faces.
Well, good news for you, because the Water Project has decided to come here next.
Oh my goodness. Oh my, thank you. Thank you. If only my daughters were here today to see this day. Oh my God. Ashapata, Allah, Ohelata, Ojugapa, Matsa, Itza, Ola.
The Water Project wishes to bring other villages, such as Fatima's, happiness like this. You can help by visiting thewaterproject.com and donating now. Thank you for watching.
Thank you, merci.
And back to Nadia at the station.
Thank you, Jenna, for the insightful report. It is so wonderful to see nonprofit organizations such as the Water Project making positive change in developing countries. Now, all we need is your help so we can hope to continue to see this positive change. Visit waterproject.org to give your donations and for more information. Stay tuned for the next segment. You know him as the guy who walks around and sprays people. But the real question is, who sprayed him? The title is, Who Sprayed Dr. Nax?